Tesla put the number 10 million on the table twice this week. First, on July 30, the 10 millionth vehicle came off the line at Fremont. That is an achievement. It happened. Second, the next day, Tesla's AI chief posted a 3-word correction about Optimus. Correction: 10 million robots. That is a long-term capacity target for a factory that does not exist yet. Good morning, this is Ken. Same number, completely different meaning. One is a cumulative total built over 18 years. The other is an annual capacity goal for a line still under construction. These two should never be compared as the same metric, but set them side by side correctly, and you get a clear way to evaluate this company. We will go in this order: the achievement, the capability it proves, how that capability transfers to robotaxis and Optimus, and what is still unproven. Start with what actually happened. Tesla produced its 10 millionth electric vehicle this week at Fremont. It is the first dedicated EV maker in the world to reach 8 figures in production. The number to watch is not 10 million, it is the change in speed. The first million took 12 years. The next 9 million took 6. 9 times the volume in half the time. Which means what Tesla actually accumulated is not cars. It is a system for turning new technology into a mass-produced product. That is the premise everything else today rests on. That said, this has not been a smooth run. After a record 1.81 million deliveries in 2023, Tesla posted 2 consecutive years of declining sales. Analysts point to an aging lineup, intensifying competition, and consumer backlash tied to Musk's political activity. Cybertruck never became the volume driver it was supposed to be. There are brighter signs. QT this year came in at 25% year-over-year growth, helped by high gasoline prices lifting EV demand in Europe. Here is the part that matters. The car business still funds Tesla's increasingly expensive bets on AI, robotics, and autonomy. This is not a company walking away from cars. The opposite. Sustaining that investment means selling a lot more than 10 million vehicles. And 10 million is exactly half of the 20 million milestone written into Musk's pay package. So where does this capability go next? First, robotaxis, and the pace here is slow. A small number of Model Y robotaxis operate in the Bay Area, Texas, and Florida, most of them with a human supervisor on board. Then, on July 30, NHTSA granted Amazon-owned Zoox a temporary exemption from federal safety standards, allowing paid service in a purpose-built vehicle with no steering wheel and no pedals, up to 2,500 vehicles a year for 2 years. Cybercab has no steering wheel or pedals either, same door. And this is the point. A robotaxi business is not built by manufacturing alone. It needs regulatory clearance and it needs daily operations. Zoox got past one step of the regulatory piece first. This is not Tesla losing, but it does show there is territory that manufacturing capacity cannot cover. The second destination is Optimus. On July 30th, Tesla's AI lead Ashok Eluswamy posted 3 words on X. Correction: 10 million robots. Break that number down carefully. It is an annual production capacity target, not what is being built now, and not a demand forecast. And it refers to the second production line, the one under construction at Gigafactory, Texas. The first line is roughly 1 million units a year inside the Fremont factory, on the floor space freed when Model S and Model X production ended earlier this year. The second is the dedicated Texas facility. First steel went up in May, and volume production is expected sometime in 2027. The 10 million figure is that second line's long-term capacity goal. So here is what nobody should say. Tesla is building 10 million robots. It is not. The next 10 million will be Optimus. That is not decided. For scale, 10 million units a year would be more than most countries sell in new cars annually. That is the size of the ambition. So how far does 10 million vehicles worth of capability actually carry? What transfers? How to stand up a factory? Vertical integration and cost control, line design and automation, and above all, the pattern itself, turning new technology into a mass-produced product. The Model S and X floor became the Optimus line. That is not a metaphor. It is literal reuse. What does not transfer? Regulatory approval. You cannot buy that with volume. Operations, dispatch, cleaning, charging, breakdowns are a different competence from building. And demand. Being able to build something is not the same as selling it. Musk has estimated Optimus unit cost at $20,000 to $25,000 once Tesla reaches 1 million units a year. He has not said what that looks like at 10 times the volume. Cost, use case, demand. All three are still blank. Pulling it together. Achieved. 10 million cumulative vehicles produced, the 10 millionth at Fremont. 12 years to the first million, 6 years for the rest. Zoox obtained a temporary federal exemption. In progress, robotaxi technology and operational rollout. Optimus development and production preparation. Investment in AI and capital equipment. Long-term goals, 10 million a year from the second Texas line. Optimus as a global mass market product. And converting AI investment into real profit. None of those three is proven. So, 3 things Tesla has to prove. 1. Usefulness. That robotaxis and Optimus actually do something worth paying for. 2. Manufacturing. That a capacity target becomes real units. 3. A business. That it turns into profit. Of those 3, the one Tesla has already proven at world-class level is the middle one. Which makes the final question this: can Tesla become a manufacturing platform company rather than a car company? Can it apply the pattern, new technology into mass production, to things that are not cars? Prove that, and 10 million vehicles becomes a waypoint. Fail to, and it gets recorded as the high watermark of a car company. Living ahead of the future is not about being impressed by large numbers. It is about telling apart which numbers are results, which are plans, and which are ambitions. Today's 2 tens, one was a result, one was an ambition. Next time a big number lands, look for that line first. That is it for today. If this was useful, a thumbs up really does help the channel. I cover Tesla, SpaceX, and the wider EV world from an owner's seat here in Japan, and I post new videos here regularly. If you're not subscribed yet, I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and let's keep enjoying life with these machines.
Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.